now we am boy.
Yes, people. Yes, people. I know some of you are wondering that why is this man happy? Why the team just drew? Because to be honest with you, it's the third game, so why would we be here crying? So I have Gundo, I have Adam, and I have Veta Games with me, and we're going to react to this game between Newcastle and Man City. The game took place at Newcastle's home ground, one of the most loudest and I can say most packed grounds out there. To be honest with you, I don't know why they were put, I think, fifth and one of the most loudest. They, I think, they are louder than Anfield. Please, guys,
It's better
do
than
not think that.
Anfield, man.
Yeah, they are. They are
Anfield is
louder
on
than
high.
Anfield. Yeah, they are. Anfield is shite. It's until the score that's when start making noise. So, guys, welcome to the people in the comments. YSK says he's here first. Daniel, it looks like we've got somebody who beat you to it today. Daniel says big up. Big up, Patrick. Big up to you guys. Big up all the people who are watching right now. Like the vid. We're also streaming on Twitch. I don't know how to use Twitch, but I'm live at Twitch. So if you're a Twitch guy watching from Twitch, welcome to the family. So, guys, we drew with Newcastle. It started very tough. It was 1-0 by Gundogan within 5 minutes. And I'm pretty sure all of us were happy, jumping on the sofas. Some of you taking off your shirts, thinking this is going to be easy. Then Newcastle equalized with a goal from Colin Wilson. St. Maximum, amazing. I always banter him. I say he dribbles too much, but no end product. But today he was up for it. Then they scored the third goal. First goal was scored by the guy that Jack was bantering during the parade. Second goal was scored by Karen Wilson. The third goal, I don't remember who scored it, but I'm pretty sure the guys are going to remind me. Let me just welcome people. McLavin, how you doing? We forgot how a point should feel. People are scared. I've seen people all over Twitter crying. People are pointing at players. Look, guys, you have to be positive. But anyway, I'm going to let the panel speak in a few minutes. Daniel says we have to be happy to come away with a draw. We were shocking in the first half. Amazing. What a fantastic game of football that was. Yeah, Doug, it was a fantastic game. Thought it needs to be dropped by the way. Too greedy. Yeah, we'll talk about that. What's the Twitch channel name? I think it's Patrick True City Fan. That's the Twitch channel name. The Twitch channel name is Patrick True City Fan. I'll be typing it. So I'm going to start off with Veta. Veta, how you doing, man? How do you feel about the game? Are you still smiling like me that we got away with one?
I'm not smiling. I'm not smiling, but I am pleased. I am pleased with how the players responded. I agree with you 100%. The way that first half started and how the energy level and how we are executing, it was great to see them turn that around. Now, I think it's a combination of the two. I think the players and how they came out wasn't up to the speed. It wasn't the City way. But I also feel tactically how we were set up, how we wanted to attack us, right? I think that's what made it difficult. And credit to Newcastle. Credit to them. They had a plan. They knew exactly where they wanted to attack us. And tactically, until things changed, they were having those advantages. They were putting us in really difficult positions defensively, especially transition-wise, where you're like, guys, you got to fix up or it's going to be a long day. But I'm happy with how they responded. I'm really happy with how they responded because we went down and we showed that we battled back. And it's not a surprise, but it was nice to see for the team to do it this year.
It was better, and I'm looking at Twitter. Twitter has gone mad. Martin, how you doing? It's Twitter has gone a bit mad. I get they're not happy, and I'm always the first one to tell people that we all have the right to criticize the team. We have the right to criticize the players, but I'm positive. I'm feeling very positive, Veta, because back in the days, right? Especially last season, even these are the games where City just didn't come back. They only came back in the game against Aston Villa to win the title. But Villa, I think you get what I mean. Seasons ago, when teams are on top of us like this, City used to just put their hands up and say we're taking the L. You know what I mean? Now it looks like there's a bit of fight in them. Yes, I wasn't happy with some of the decisions that Pep made, but everybody makes a mistake. I'm pretty sure Gundo and Adam are going to outline some of the issues they saw in the lineup because both of them were not in the lineup show, including yourself too. But you guys can outline what you saw, that how Newcastle got. Because as
I was on the
fans,
lineup show.
oh, you were,
It
yeah.
was
Oh, yeah, you were. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. So, look, I'm gonna start with you, Gundo. How did you feel about the game, and how do you feel about Eddie Howe, who is one of your favorite coaches?
Yeah, can you hear me? Good. Yeah, I mean, for people who are melting down on social media, I don't. You want us to get 114 points? You want us to not drop any points at all away at Newcastle? I mean, if you think we're going to get 114 points, frankly, you need to be in a psychiatric ward because that's just madness, right? You go over to Newcastle, good team, good manager at Newcastle, they're going to be up for it. The fact that we came back and got a point is massive because guess what? Chelsea have to go there. Liverpool have to go there. United have to go there. Arsenal have to go there and try and get at least a point. And based on what I saw today, I wasn't surprised. Now, the lineup for me, I don't like Bernardo on the wing. I think it's a problem because we lose control in the middle of the park. I like Bernardo more central, but I think Pep was trying to reward him for saying he's going to stay with the club. And so he wanted to play both Gundogan and Bernardo. And the only casualty was Mahrez on the right-hand side. That's the only place that Bernardo was going to play, right? Because Gundogan is captain, and Bernardo plays. Bernardo has to play somewhere, so he plays him out wide. KDB is going to drop, Howell's going to drop, and Foden won't drop. So a point away at Newcastle, third game in the season, is a good point. Given the fact that we were 3-1 down, that's a good point. Erling Haaland gets a goal, Bernardo gets a goal, and who else got a goal? Gundogan gets a goal. So we move.
You're on mute, Patrick.
Thank you, man. Let me talk about Haaland for a minute. I was on mute because every time I touch things, my mic is so sensitive. I'm gonna get one of those. Somebody said a condenser mic that it doesn't touch. It doesn't take things that are around. Like this one, as soon as you touch a cup, it will make noise. Let's talk about Haaland for a minute.
I just got a condenser. Do I sound good?
Yeah, you sound good, man. You sound good. Yeah. I know I sent you the link. I'm gonna get one for myself. So let's talk about Haaland for a minute. Amazing goal, man. And those are the goals that we haven't seen in our team where somebody sniffs out a chance. And obviously you went 1v1. Nick Pope. How good was Nick Pope, guys? Let's be honest. Sometimes it's good for you to put your hands up. Nick Pope was great. I think without Nick Pope, that's a 7 something game. I think that's like a big score game. But Nick Pope was amazing. So Adam, how did you find Haaland, Adam? Since he's also your AB photo.
To be honest with you, Haaland was doing what Haaland does best, and that's putting the ball in the back of the net. But I'm not taking away from what we did. I'm very proud of the boys that came back, and but some aspects of the game we were not at our best. Like some players were not doing like the obvious thing on like you have Haaland there, you square the ball to him. This is the second game that you've done the same thing. Like you should be learning from your mistake from the first mistake that you did in the previous game. Really and truthfully, you should not be making those sort of mistakes again in a different game. So, but apart from that, I'm happy like what Gundo and Veta said to see the boys that they came back and they gained a point. I feel like it's a big point gained. Like what Gundo said, to think that we're gonna get 114 points will be absolute mental of any of us to think that. So in a sense, because like what Gundo said, other teams have to go to Newcastle. So that point that we've gained could make a bigger picture. Because what is to say Liverpool go there and they get beaten, and we look back at that. We look back at this point, and we say, oh, this point is more valuable than what happened to Liverpool in hypothetically if say they lose to Newcastle. So like what Gundo said, we should not be over like say angry or pissed off about what happened. In a sense, we've gained a big point rather than losing 3 points. You know.
I mean, Vader, I don't understand the anger. I just don't understand. Adam, you have a lot of background noise, by the way, buddy. But Veda, I don't understand the anger. Yes, I understand we're in the game, we're passionate. We say Bernardo's out wide. Why is he out wide? Why is Pep doing this? Right? We get it. But at the end of the day, when you step back and you think about the game itself, what we played against in that crowd against Newcastle with good players, you got a point. You did not lose, and you have 110 points to play for. I don't understand it. The year we got the 100 points, guess what? Game 2, 1-1 at home against Everton with Rooney scoring a goal. Remember that? With Walker red card. So this panic, I don't understand it.
I guess go ahead, Veda.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think the anger I don't quite get as well. However, we know that there's different ranges of fans in terms of ages. When you're young, you're more reactionary, you're more emotional. You know, as a young teen, you meet somebody, you'll automatically think you've fallen in love, right? Like youth has a certain urgency and lack of perspective. I think with what the players did today, there's a big reason to be happy with what we saw. I think if you're going to be really critical, then one might question why was the team out the way that they were? Like why did they play that way to begin with? Or why did Pep take the tactics that he did? If I'm going to be critical, or I'm going to ask those questions, I think Pep set the team up to be like, we've been successful with how we've played, how we've moved our fullbacks, how we've attacked teams. I want to see someone beat it. And in all fairness to Newcastle, in all fairness to Howe, with what he did in terms of placement and where he wanted Maximin to be and how he wanted to attack, it's now the third game. He had a very good tactic. I'm not going to be critical, be like, oh, this is doom. We're not going to be able to figure this out, because we did. We turned things around. And Pep wanted to see whether the tactics would hold true. So that's why I'm not having this meltdown. I thought it was excellent response from the team.
Yeah.
And let me say this. You guys might think I'm wilding. But Pep has the love for the EPL. And I think because of the love for the EPL, he sometimes puts the brakes on things. The story this year could have gotten out of hand had we won this third match and just blew things away. Let's remember the last time Pep didn't make subs. Crystal Palace resulted in a draw. And what happened? The narrative in the EPL was like, oh, the EPL's back on. Liverpool has a chance to do this quad. There was a lot of energy around the EPL. I think Pep did the same thing. Pep's love for the EPL, he's like, this I don't need to show too much urgency and make crazy subs. I don't need to be reactionary this way. I want to see the players respond, and we'll move from it. Like you said, Gundo, there's what are we at? There's 35 more games to be played.
Games, man.
35 more games to be played. There's no reason to freak out.
Can I say one more thing since you said the games? Here is a good fact to all those watching, especially Roy Jennings, the fraud. So basically, right now we've played 3 games, and Haaland has got 3 goals and assists. So here, Mr. Roy Jennings, the fraud. What if he scores in every game, regardless we lose or win or draw? What if he starts scoring like this and it starts balancing game by game? By the time he gets to 38, how many goals is that? 38 games, right? Be careful what you say, Roy. Be careful what you say. Let me read these comments, guys, before we move on. Because if we stay here talking about Roy the fraud, we can have a stream of 1 hour. Mancunian Way says, if Zaha watched ASM today, he knows next week. Yeah, but there's a difference. There's a difference, though. There's a small difference, Martin. I think ASM is more skilled than Zaha. Zaha is effective and skilled, but I think MSN and today MSN.
Sorry, Patrick. That's the wrong comparisons, though, because I think Maximin would play more like Eze, and Zaha would probably be central. So, and Eze has the skill set. In terms of a blueprint, if you want to take a winning approach and try to mirror it, he wouldn't be wrong to do it.
Yeah.
Same success, I doubt it. But to mirror it would make sense.
We did say, how many times have we said it, Gundo?
Like what Veta said.
Adam, you've got a lot of background noise. Adam, there's a lot of background noise. We can't hear you. A lot of background noise. What's the background noise?
Like what I was saying, sir. like what I was saying, like what Veti said, I think the closest two players in that Crystal Palace to say what like how maximum play are Esse and Elise. That's the only two that I can see that are somewhat close to what maximum play. Other than that, I don't think Zaha. Like Zaha, he's technically gifted, but I like to call him a headless chicken. He doesn't know what to do. Sometimes in the big, like under the biggest pressure, you sometimes see him just like the smallest thing, he'll end up just messing it up, or he'll just rather than passing, his greediness gets the better of him.
So Adam, you have a lot of background noise. We can hardly hear what you're saying. There's a lot of, I don't know, what someone's talking in the background. Maybe you're in a car or a kitchen or something. There's always background noise. We can never hear what you're saying, bro. So you need to sort out, when you're coming on, you need to sort out your background noise. I mean, I'm in the room, Vader's in the room, so is Patrick. Because we can't hear what you're saying, bro.
You sound like you're at a chicken market. You know, in Africa, when you go to the chicken market, they say, this chicken is fine. Anyway, Adam, much love to you, Adam. I think we got what you meant. You meant that Zaha is a bit of a headless chicken. So here's Katuta says, let me just read this one now, Carl, so you can jump in also. So Katuta says, these Foden slanders need to stop. KDB put Haaland through 1v1 and the keeper, 1v1 with the keeper, and he missed. Foden played well overall. Most of you blaming Foden is because you captain Haaland on your FPL. I don't think that's the issue. But anyway, go on, Gondo.
So the Foden thing, again, I think it's all part of the fact that he hasn't been with the team for preseason. And this goes back to the whole him being in Germany with under 23s. Maybe something's going on with him, but he needs to sort himself out, because twice now he's had the opportunity to square the ball across to Haaland. He didn't. Again, against Bournemouth, clear chance. We're talking Haaland go 100%. He tries to take a shot near post, misses. Today again, far post, the angle's narrow. You take the shot when Haaland's right there. Why? He'll be dropped. He will be dropped. If his head's not right and something's getting it, they should drop him. They should drop him.
And Gundo, to add to that point, what you saw from Maximin whenever he got past Walker, he was looking for the cutback pass, right? He was constantly putting that ball in dangerous positions in that 6-yard box. Yeah. And that needs to be ingrained in our players as well. Put it in a dangerous spot, because if Haaland's not there, then possibly De Bruyne or Gundo's going to be there in terms of cleaning that ball up. It needs to happen more often. And I want to also say this with regards to like team play. We have the ability to put teams to bed early. There's nothing more demoralizing than scoring early. And he's missed that opportunity to do that the last 2 games. I actually defended him on Twitter last week, saying, you know what? He got subbed off. This is a mistake he's not going to make again. And it looks like he's still going to need more time for that to be ingrained in him. And it needs to happen, because it puts the other team under the 8 ball early. It's tough to come back being down 2-0 to City.
Well, Vader, this is what the manager talks about what Foden lacks. That's the calmness, the pausa, the ability to get the ball, calm down, and make the right decision, right? That's what he lacks. Now, that's what his game is explosive. We get that. But in situations like this, you have a number 9. He's right there. Square the ball. Make the pass. We saw what Bernardo did with that cross to Gundogan, right? Calm on the ball. Makes that pass. If he doesn't take time, he will be dropped. Oh, I guarantee you, he'll be dropped.
You know what I liked? You know what I liked? Switching gears a little bit. You know what I liked from Bernardo Silva today was what we've kind of been criticizing Mahrez for. Be decisive. Be quick. Put the defense under pressure. And Bernardo, I'm not going to say he was super effective out there, but I liked how he was very decisive. That's what I'd like to see more moving forward when he does move central, because I think that's probably going to be his best spot for us. And Mahrez is out there on the wing.
Yeah, I like Alan's comment here with Patrick is spot on. Another day we lose that game, but today we saw some character. And this is when we talk about Erling Haaland, right? It's an Erling Haaland factor. Erling scores at the right time, at the right moment to get us back into the game. The character was always there. And listen, 1 point away Newcastle, 3rd game of the season. That's a big point, a massive point for us. Let's not forget, Patrick, we've gone 2 away games, right? 4 out of 6 points. That's not bad. Both to West Ham and Newcastle. Right, 2 away games, 4 out of 6 points, and then at home, 3 points. That's good.
Yeah, that's actually good. We've got Ada here. Ada, what do you think of the game? Here's a comment by Martin says, character never been an issue for us the last 2 or 3 years. I think it has actually been, Martin. If you think about it, the biggest comeback was the one against Aston Villa. Before Newcastle and the other games, we were Southampton. We were actually losing games like this. Here's another one. Haaland, 3 goals in 3 games, 1 assist, and half a chance he missed. Second, hold. Okay, and okay. So let me see again. So half a chance he missed. Second, hold. He laughed again. Okay. And he laughed again. I think that's what you mean. And he laughed again. Then he had the 1v1 and Popo's clutch. He could have given a hat trick, or he could have had a hat trick. Man, it could have. Okay, I've been fixing that for you, McLavin. Yeah, you're gonna make me look like a break here. I don't think it's about meltdown. It's about analyzing the issue we had today. Nobody should melt down, but you can analyze the issues. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, but Martin, I think saying Foden get out of my team, or so and so get out of my team, I think that's the issue. There's Edison get out of my team being going around. That's what we're talking about. Haaland, to be nice if people pass to Haaland, be nice if people pass to him now and again. Haaland, it could be nice if people pass. Nice. I'm trying to correct some of the. It's fine. Sometimes when I'm typing, also I make few mistakes on YouTube. Daniel. I think Newcastle is one of the toughest away grounds this season. To get a draw is solid. That's true, Daniel. People have no idea. So how you doing, Del Boy? How you doing, man? Hi, Patrick and Pano. Hello, all in the chat. It's fanism, cow, and emotional, mate. It won't change it being a football fan. Yeah, we know that. Nobody is saying anything against the fans. They've got the right to do whatever they want. But sometimes you shouldn't go to the extreme of saying Foden out. Katuta says our fans are too spoiled to the point of any small upset from the team, they get reactionary. That's true, Katuta. Our fans are too spoiled. I think we're too spoiled sometimes. Only thing I'll say is, we do that against Liverpool, Arsenal, etc., we would be in trouble. You have to learn from the mistakes. So should be highlighted. For me, it's how you learn.
Let me respond. I don't agree, Martin. I think.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I think Arsenal are just being.
Yeah, we can hear you, Adi.
We know what will happen in February and March with Arsenal, so let's not gas them up right now. I mean, and then Liverpool, we won't play like that against Liverpool. We'll change. We won't play 2 inverted full backs. We'll play our normal system, 3 box 3. So. Why no subs? I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe he's playing them for Barcelona. We'll see. But I think, to be fair, right? Why no subs? I think that in the second half, the team were in rhythm. And when the team is in rhythm, you don't want to make a change. Do you
agree with that, Vita?
I've never understood the games where Pep's decided not to make any subs. I just because there has to be some element within the 11 where you could inject a player to change or to take his instruction or even just energy level, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna look and listen to his press conference. But yeah, I don't know. Carl's the coach. Carl's the manager. So I lean on him.
The perspective that at least I've heard him say, and it's not because I'm a coach, is that when the team is in rhythm and they're getting in rhythm, why make a change? You make a change when the team is out of rhythm and something's not working right. First half was terrible, so that you get to give them another chance at halftime. Halftime, they come in, they begin to kind of dominate and they begin to grow. The free kick happens, a goal happens, but then after that, we responded with 2 goals. So the team is in rhythm, and he's like, why make the change?
Yeah. I hear it. It's also one of those things where it's like, as an approach and giving the players the ability to dig themselves out of that, and on the back end for them to do it, I can imagine the confidence that they'll have, the belief that they'll all have, and also the players that don't get on the pitch. They'll know Pep will entrust you to battle from a deficit or to play into form per se. So yeah, I can see the approach. if this was again, if this was late in the season, and I mean late in the season, I see Pep making changes. I think this is all growing pains and him allowing the players to learn.
Yeah. Anyway, let me read this comment, guys. As Better and Carl spit some facts. Ade, we can hear you now. Do you have anything to say, Ade, to add on what the two boys have just said?
Yeah. I just wanted to give you my take on the game. I
Yeah,
thought we
go
played
ahead.
a
Give
fantastic.
your take.
I thought we played a fantastic game. I think we got to give Newcastle a lot of credit because they came in there with the game plan and they executed it. The way you beat Man City is on a counterattack, and they execute that perfectly every single time. And I think, for what it's worth, Walker had his work cut out for him today. I haven't seen too many people give Walker that many problems. And he wasn't really playing in, out wide where he usually plays. He plays up high, but he's usually wide. And, we're doing this thing where we're overflowing the middle of the park. And he wasn't really, I don't think that's the reason. I'm not going to make reasons for why he couldn't keep up with Maxima. Say Maxima was amazing today. And that was one of the reasons they were in this game. So I think you got to give a lot of credit to that. But I think Pep sometimes is not flexible in the way he approaches the game. And that's a lot for me to say. I'm not a manager. But because we played this inverted fullback thing, like for the last two games, he's kind of stuck with it. And I don't think he really gave, say, Maximo his respect on that wing against Walker because Walker needed help. Um, Aside from that, I thought everyone played really well. I thought Ake leaving early kind of destabilized the game because I saw a few errant passes from Stones that Ake doesn't usually make. But I think overall the team played well. I think Foden, I know people are going to get on him for what he did. I get on him all the time, but I think it's an adjustment that will come. It's an adjustment that will come from him knowing that he has this big center that he can lay the ball off and the guy will go get it. He has to trust that and it will come. So we shouldn't really give Foden too much, critique because he's had to play this way for the last 3 years without a number nine, a real number nine. So we kind of have to they have to grow into it and trust him, which you can see De Bruyne and the other guys trust him more where they lob that ball over and Holland almost got on the end of a couple of them. So I think that comes with time. But overall, a point is a great point for us. I think we did a fabulous job staying in the game. And the second half, we showed what the heart of a champion is, and we kept the game really close. And we could have even gone on to win if we had made a couple of more chances that we had. But overall, I thought it was a good game. It was a really, really interesting game.
Yeah, I think Ade is absolutely right. One thing I noticed was I think when Pep recognized that the double inverted fullback wasn't working, he switched to what we normally do, which is Walker out wide and Cancelo out wide, and then Rodri dropping in with, I think it was Goodman dropping again to help Rodri.
Absolutely.
And so that change was what I was looking for. If you're going to change Bernardo, I want to see you change back to what we did last season, which is
absolutely
3. And I think that's where the team were now comfortable in because they've been grooved in that for the whole year, and they began to play and got back into the game, which I was happy to see. It's a good game, guys. It's not.
Yeah,
just give Newcastle respect they deserve. It was a good game and a good point for us.
Yeah, win or lose, I always watch the game again because there's things you miss.
Yeah.
And the thing where I'm slightly in, I think Pep gave Newcastle a lot of life based off of the tactics on how we started because I just want to challenge Ade a little bit. I think the reason why Maximin was looking so nice was because Walker was inverted and so far up, so he had to then, if the ball was lost, had to track back and then match with where Maximum was because he was already on to the races. So when Pep made that change, I was fully on board because we know Walker pace, he's going to stay with anybody. But if he's got to catch you, then keep up with you, that's a different story. So that adjustment was great. Cancelo now, which why I want to go back and look back is if he did continue to remain inverted or play wide because I don't quite remember where his
So I remember that bit. So whenever Walker dropped back to his normal position, Cancelo would always invert next to Rodri.
Okay.
So, which is what we normally do, right? One comes in, one goes out, one goes in, one comes out. There's always that double, if you would, in the middle to help Rodri out, and so it's a 3-2-2.
Yeah.
That's what he reverted to. That's where he got control of the game, because now you had
Yeah.
the 4 box in the middle of the park to win the ball back.
Yeah.
So basically, Carl, one manager has found a solution to the whole
No,
two
but
fullbacks
we talked about this in
getting
the
in.
pre-match, right? We talked about the fact that the way you
Yeah, we
beat
did.
this the double inverted is to play your wingers out wide. Now the question now becomes: can your double inverted wingers keep the ball? They can't keep the ball.
And can your midfielders win the ball from the team?
Correct. So, and the good thing about this game is that Newcastle did that, right? But then we reverted back to our normal system, and then we got control, and we now scored 2 goals. So either which way, right, we still are in the game and still able to get something out of the game. It was a good game. It was fair play to Newcastle.
Yeah, I think what's going to be interesting, the energy level of Newcastle early, you could tell they were well instructed, because it wasn't just the wingers or the forwards when they had possession that were bombing in on us. It was actually their midfielders as well, and they were up for the run. I don't think that they definitely weren't able to sustain it. We saw that, but they knew they were trying to flood us with the opportunities that they had. It was a good game, and that's why it's not anger. I'm actually very pleased with how the players responded, because it was a good test. And Patrick brought this up, I think, on a previous stream, where we need to be tested, right? The 2 matches that happened early in the season, success.
Yeah,
great.
I said it. I said a lot of streams that I said that I'm waiting for this team to be tested so I can see the character. Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with that too, and I think this was a good test, and this is going to tell Pep that sometimes you can't always because Vader. I did mention that the fact that we played the inverted fullbacks is one of the reasons Maxima was successful. But regardless of that, Maxima was a threat even last year when we played him. He's always good on that wing, like he has the speed to match Walker, and he's skillful. So it's not just speed; he has the speed and the skill to make the right passes, but I feel like as more and more games go by, we are going to realize that Haaland is an ultimate weapon for us. And I think Gondo trusts it more. Kevin De Bruyne definitely trusts it. You can see Bernardo trying to get the ball to him. Foden is the one that is just hesitant at the moment to say, you know what? I got to trust this big guy. He'll get it. Because remember that one time where they laid the ball up and everyone, including the people watching at home, thought Ake was going to get the ball. I can't remember who we were playing. And Haaland got there before Ake.
Yeah,
we
it
have
was
to
the
trust.
preseason
We have to
with
trust
versus
that Haaland.
Americano or something. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to trust that Haaland will get it, and I think maybe Haaland should call Foden up. They need to go have some lunch in the cafeteria, have them Riyadh pasta, and talk this thing out and tell him, dude, look, we're in this together. An assist looks good. It's a team game. You give me that ball. That's a tap in for Haaland. He needs to talk to him. I think they really need to have a conversation, because that's 2 games in a row where he could have given him the ball.
Just drop him.
2 games in a row.
Drop him. I'm serious. Drop the guy.
Nah, we're not dropping Foden. We're not dropping. That's too harsh. You're not gonna teach him anything by dropping him.
Yeah, I don't comes in then. Who comes in? We drop him. Who comes in? Please.
Yeah, like Grealish. Grealish gives the ball to Grealish does crossing a lot, but what Foden gives you is that ability to break defenses down and get in. Yeah, but I don't think you're going to. That's not the solution, though. Dropping for it's time.
I'm being facetious, right? I'm being facetious,
Yeah. It's only 3 games in, guys. It's 3 games in. They will learn. He will learn, because this is 2 games in a row, and you can see Pep was livid on the sideline. Exactly. He's going to have a talk with him. It's going to happen.
Exactly. He and this is the problem, right? This goes back to the issue with preseason. When Foden refuses to take the vaccine and is unable to travel to the US in preseason to play the preseason games and get in rhythm with Haaland, this is exactly what happens.
That's also true. True.
Yeah. So, him and Stones need to figure out their head, man.
You know what? That's a good point, because Stones and Foden hasn't really learned to trust Haaland yet, and Stones had some really weird passes he made today that drove me almost mad.
Yeah.
Like there was one pass he made from the back to the front. He just gave it straight to Newcastle. I'm like, Ake doesn't do that. This is why Pep plays Ake now, because he trusts him. Like Stones doesn't have that trust because he hasn't played with the guys. It's like, it's just a couple of things. But guys, we're good, man. Like we showed heart and coming back and tying that game up. It's a point. I mean, it's 2 points drop. But guess what? Arsenal's the only one that's winning games. And do we trust that Arsenal's going to win out? No. So I'm good.
No.
Well, I'll also say this. I think it's a matter of sharpness for Stones. I think that's why he was a little off. But one thing that has me really excited, and again, it's some of the criticism that we were hearing early before Haaland even got here, whether he was quick or not. And please look at the ball that KDB served through the middle. Haaland was 3 or 4 yards behind the defense
I saw that
as the pass was made, and closed in on it. He got barged onto, thrown off balance. Yeah, he didn't.
He should have gone down for that play, and there would have been a red card.
He was. He's putting in work. I love that. That was a great moment.
Vader, and that's what I'm saying. Like KDB trusts that Haaland will get at the end of it. Yeah. Gondo trusts that Haaland will get at the end of it. Bernardo trusts that Haaland will go get it. Foden is the only hesitant one that thinks he still needs to score goals.
Yeah.
And that's an issue that Pep, Haaland need to sit down with him, have breakfast, lunch, and discuss it.
Absolutely.
You're very. You want them to okay? Let me to make loud and say he's the partner on the show. I'm not the only one who remembers the game where we were struggling and trading to our opponent. Pep subbed on Stones for a defender, and we won the game at the end. I think it was. Is it Aston Villa? He says. Yeah, I don't know. What game is that? Okay, so Mancini says yes, he needs to learn short stopping better, but no chance for free kick. To be honest, Wilson goal was only one you could maybe criticize on.
No, he had no chance, man.
He had no chance, man. He had no chance, man. He had no chance for that. That Wilson cut back. He had no chance. The free kick, he had no chance.
This Edison agenda is sick. It's a sick agenda.
And the Almiron goal was just pure fortunate luck. That was just luck. Ain't no way you plan that you come off your thigh. I beg. Their goals, they scored goals. They pressed us. I think what they did best was pressure us. The pressure they put on us in the first 20 minutes was immense. It was immense.
Did you notice one thing I kept noticing in the game, right, was that whenever Foden had the ball, there was no left back who was overtaking him to create the overload. Go watch it again. Every time.
I noticed that they were given. He was as if he was given the.
Yeah, they doubled up on him. Every time Phil had the ball, they doubled up on him. There was no outlet for him in terms of the fullback running behind him, right, to create that, because Cancelo was tucking it. Because he's right. This is where if Sergio Gomez comes in, the game flips, because now Sergio Gomez is going to run in behind, which is now 2v2. He can make that pass. But every time Phil had the ball, he couldn't get past the two defenders because nobody was overlapping him on that left hand side. Was something I noticed in the game.
That's something I also noticed. I noticed that it was happening with Walker that side. But also maybe it's instructions. All I'm saying is I was saying being the inverted fullbacks multiple times because I saw that Saint ASM was having freedom because there's no fullback. The fullback had to come to him. So he was having all. Do you know what was happening today, Carl? I think St. Maximin was having so much time before Walker gets there. St. Maximin says, I know what I'm going to do to you. Do you get my point? But when the fullback is close to him, I think he struggles to make a decision very fast. So, guys, we're going to start closing up here. Let me just read a few of your comments, guys. How can people criticize Edison again? Just leave it down. I think at this point in time, people just want to find somebody to scapegoat on. It went weird at the back when Ake got injured. Yeah, quite funny enough. I thought when Stones comes in, I was like the Diaz-Stones partnership. Stones. When Diaz came in, I thought the Diaz-Stones partnership is back. Yeah, but anyway, it doesn't gel for a while.
Remember, Patrick. This is game 1.5 for Stones. Actually, it's less than a game for Stones. It's game 1.2 for Stones. So it's.
I've never seen Veta obsessed with a Champions League. This comment is quite funny. It says, Veta, you're the only City fan who is obsessed with the UCL. That defense is not winning the UCL. Newcastle created so many chances against City. Imagine what Madrid will do. Man, you're just throwing. I know you're throwing. I know this guy. I know he's throwing. Veta has never said anything. Ortega must start. No, Ortega mustn't start. Let's chill. If you're doing that with Walker, you need your right winger to track back, and Bernardo didn't. Yeah, that's kind of true, but I think these were instructions given by Pep. If you look at the team, everybody was given certain instructions, and most of the players were following these instructions. McKinnon Way, you think City can win the Champions League, man? What's you obsessed with your?
So let me answer the question. Let's go back to that. Go back to that question. All right. Do you think? Yes, I do. I think we can win it without defense. We got to the final without defense, and yes, we can win it without defense.
Yeah, there's your answer. I think we all on the panel believe that Man City can win it.
Whoever made that comment, did they not watch the UCL final, the semifinal we played against Madrid? I'm kind of confused. Like, do you think our defense was the reason we didn't win? We had our best favorite right back was injured, and when he went out and KDB went out, they were like, you thought Madrid outplayed us in that semifinal? That's weird. That's weird. That's a weird comment. That's all I got to say. That's weird.
I think it's just a comment to trigger us. I know he might be a Madrid fan. I'll explain my thoughts on that tonight on the post-match show. Okay, big up, Martin. Hopefully people can join. Got some great guests coming on. Big up, Martin. I think you sent me an invite there, Martin. I think I saw that. Big up to you,
Patrick. Did De Bruyne get another assist again?
Yeah, he did. I think it was actually going to be more than one. I think it was.
This guy, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, but okay. Let me ask you, because you say that. Did you see the pass to Gundo?
Yeah, I mean,
was it the pass to Bernardo or somebody?
Bernardo.
Did you see that pass where Bernardo was staying online and he had it, but that pass looked so easy. It's an easy pass to make. I don't know, not to make. It's an easy pass when you look at it through your eyes on TV. But trust me, it's not easy to thread the ball between two defenders, and the power of the ball must be like the weight of the ball for it to reach him.
He looked it off as well, Patrick. He made it seem like he was going to go wider with it and cut it, and went right through their defense. It was beautiful.
And what's your comment? And he almost got an assist with Haaland. Haaland again running on the shoulder of defenders seems to be trouble. My God.
The thing about it is, you have to remember, right? We're already ahead of where we were last season. Let's think about it for a moment, right? 3 games in, we're already ahead of where we were last season. Last season, we got 93 points, right? This was the same trajectory that we had in a 100-point season. And we're scoring more goals than we did in a 100-point season at this point in time. So anybody who's out there thinking it's doom and gloom, y'all need to just relax, bro. Relax, right? Away at Newcastle, away at West Ham, 4 points out of 5 goals. Last year, we may have lost that game, like we did against Tottenham. So for me, the comeback was just amazing. We could have won that game if we had more time.
All I can say is I love this comment. I think not having a number 9 for 2 seasons is affecting their decisions. Under pressure for them just didn't think of that's true. I think they'll get used to it. Let's give them a few more games. I know Big Morgan, you're joking, saying we have to sell Foden. Aggressive enough. Look, I think Daniel, because Stones hasn't played a few games, so he wasn't at it, but he will get at it. Let Love Lead, it says, how is South Korea right now, man? I hope everything is great in South Korea. Though disappointing, not a bad result considering Superman City went down 3-1. We'll surely bounce back to winning ways. Time to bench Edison for Ortega. He literally can't stop any ball on target. Come on, man, relax. I think let's give it. Alvaro on goal was for Gucci. Jack. Yeah, Jack, hold that. Okay. So Football Meat says, go and subscribe to Football Meat, man. Very good channel. Big up. City are lucky with the pace and power merchants. Newcastle, I think defense poor. Foden selfish, but this game shows on how the Prem should be questioned, like the Bundesliga plus City dynasty. No, I think the Bundesliga should be questioned. There was a time when somebody tweeted that Bayern Munich are winning 7-0 in 70 minutes. Did you guys hear that, Veta and Gundo? Bayern Munich were beating a team 7-0, and Lewandowski is not even in the team.
Crazy.
Bundesliga is another level. Premier League is good. Fulham has almost beat Liverpool and drew against Liverpool. Man United were slapped by Brentford. City today almost lost to Newcastle. What more do you guys want? Teams are performing better in the Premier League. And this season, I said it. There's no mugs. I said it in one of the panels, in one of the chats. I was like, first of all, guys, give me the flowers. I've been doubting, not the guys in the panel, guys watching. I've been doubting Chelsea from the beginning. I said those guys are frauds. You see the fraudulence that's showing up at Chelsea. Just watch. They'll continue going down. And even Spurs, they were lucky to win that game. If Spurs come against a very decent side like Newcastle, decent side like Brighton, check what's going to happen to Spurs. What I can tell you guys is the Premier League has changed. managers are tired. They're going to their board members and saying, we're tired of Man City, Liverpool, United, Chelsea, all these teams just making a show of us. That's why they're signing. And you know what? As a football fan, I'm enjoying this, Carl, because I want them to continue doing this. That's why Forest, I'm not against Forest. I'm happy what Forest are doing. They're going to buy ballers. And you look at Newcastle buying ballers. You look at other teams like Brighton, they're buying ballers. They're buying these ballers that are from other clubs. Aston Villa buying ballers. Everybody's buying ballers. We need the Premier League to be competitive. Yes, I like us getting 90 points, but I'd rather every the team winning get maybe 70 or 80 as long as we've had very good, exciting games. That's me as a football fan. I just don't want somebody to be walking the league. I don't know if you guys have any opinion on that.
The scary thing about what happened today, the scary thing for the league is that Haaland is not even 100% yet. He's not even 100% yet. He's still probably 60%, and he hasn't even played under Pep for a year. Imagine if he gets to play under Pep for a long time and he's improving, and he's got 3 goals in 3 games and like 2 assists or something.
That's a great point. That's a great point. And I would even go so far as to say, watch when Haaland's clicking, but also the entire 11. Because one thing that I get really critical that I look for is our one-touch passing. When we're passing to places knowing the teammates are going to be there, that's what I look for. City's not there yet. And when they are, that's when you know they're cooking. That's when you know they're instinctful. That's when you know the instructions are well understood. When we get there, classic slow starters, 100%. We've been very fortunate, 2 wins and a draw, but this is still a slow start for us. When we cook, it's going to be dangerous.
Meanwhile, wasn't that a red card for that guy? What's his name? For Trippier on De Bruyne? That's a red card. Veta. That's
a tough one. You know what? I definitely 100% was a foul. For it to go to red, I need to see it again.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that pass by Haaland? What a pass to De Bruyne.
Yes.
What a pass! What a pass, man! My goodness, PSG scored a goal within 10 seconds. What a pass from Messi to Mbappe. Wow, Mbappe after crying is still getting service. So here's another comment. Haaland was a bit of Haaland, Adama plus Adama and himself today. So Haaland was on fire. Do you know what amazes me about Haaland? He was pumped. As soon as he brought us to the comeback, he wanted a comeback. Unfortunately, to be honest, guys, let me be honest with you. If that's not Nick Pope, Carl, that game is going the other way.
They can see like 4 or 5.
Yeah, Nick Pope, man. Well done, man. Nick Pope was on fire today. I hope you got the man of the match. YSK Chelsea.
Pope should be the England goalkeeper.
I know this. I've been saying this for a long time. Like the vid, guys. 17 people watching and 8 likes. Yeah, come on, guys. There's about 22 people of you watching now, and some of you guys are also watching on Twitch. Like the vid, guys. Like the vid. It's not hard for you to just like the vid. Don't be like that, guys. I'll be watching now. I'll be counting likes. 17 people. Now it's 22 people watching. There was about 30 to 35 people watching at a point in time. Please like the vid, guys. Like the vid. Our build-up was so late. Yeah, it was late, man. We're weak against pace. Yeah, we are sometimes. If we don't control the game, what I've noticed is when our team doesn't control the game very well, especially at the back, yes, pace gets us, and yes, it happens. But that's what it is. We're gonna have to just learn. We're missing Laporte. Yeah, quite funny enough. Gundo used to say Laporte brings balance.
Patrick, we're not Listen, guys, listen. You went away to Newcastle. What do you expect them to do? Sit back and drink Kool-Aid?
Yeah, but would you agree though that yes, I know that like Ake was great, but when we have a left-sided centre back, it's actually more balanced.
We went away to Newcastle's second game at home against we're champions. What do you expect them to do? Sit back and fold their arms? Look, Sir Alex Ferguson, I don't like him, but he always said one thing: win at home, get a point away. Win at home, get a point away. If we go to Newcastle, second game away against the champions, what do you expect them to do?
Yeah, but I think you're taking this wrong. Let's remove that. But I'm saying the team sometimes when there is a left-sided leg, it's even more balanced when passing out. Do you get my point? Like when we get pressed, it's easier, more balanced.
Stones and Diaz got to the Champions League final. Laporte didn't.
I know they did, but do you know why they were more better that time? I think because they were playing together. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say. That yes, sometimes we're very good, but look, we will be fine. I hope Ake's injury is not that bad. Veta, I think, had to go, so big up to you, Veta. Let's just read another comment here. It says, hope people can join us tonight. Yeah, people go. I hope they can join you out later. Yeah. drop a like for the fellas that deserve it. Yeah, guys, we join McKinney and Way later on at half 9. Okay, cool. So it says drop a like. Thank you very much, Martin. It says Ake over Laporte. Now, guys, let's not start the battle here. Ake has been good. Yeah, Ake has been good. Every defender has been great in their own way. Give Stones a few games, he'll be your darling again.
Exactly.
McKinney, I'll try to be there. Gundo, the voice of reason as usual. Yeah, I get where Gundo is coming from, but I'm saying sometimes we are very balanced when there's like that's why when Gundo made that comment saying that we should have Sergio Gomez in. That's why we need somebody like him. If you analyze the game, is we are going to be very dangerous. When City get a balanced team, we will be dangerous. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from, Gundo. If we have Sergio Gomez's side, left-footed, and maybe Laporte or Ake, and then we have Diaz and Stones and Walker that are all fit, I think we're going to be dangerous because I've noticed teams take advantage when they see, like how people take advantage of Alisson because he can't. What's the other side? Is he weak in? He's weak on the other side of passing.
He's weak when you try to switch. He's trying to switch the ball from.
Yeah. So I think it'll be great, especially what you pointed for the Cancelo. Thinking about it, I saw Foden trying to go 1v1 and Cancelo was nowhere to be seen because he was waiting to tuck in. You know what I mean? To tuck in because of his leg. So we'll see anyway. We'll see. What I was hoping for, before we close this, I was hoping that we battered Newcastle and we saw Gomez for a few minutes. But I know we'll see Gomez on Wednesday.
I think so too. I hope so. Well, let's just see the boy play. Let's just see what happens. I'm not too worried, man. Newcastle are a good side. They played really well.
They are. We did say when we were doing the preview with the Newcastle fans that we fear there will be trouble. To be honest with you guys,
and the exact way in which I told them that they should play is what they did. That's exactly what they did. I said Almer on the left. I said that play Callum Wilson a little deeper, and then play Maxim on the left. Right, that's what you need to do, and they did a good job. So kudos to them. We
got the point. Nobody's negative about anything, guys. Going forward, we got the point. We're sitting second in the table. Doesn't matter right now. The table doesn't matter. The table is always great after how many games? 15 to 10 games, isn't it?
Yeah, I would do
the better table.
Where we are.
Yeah, 15 games is what we see. So, guys, don't be worried. And guys, can I ask you one thing, guys? We should stop this habit of saying, Ake is better than Laporte, or Laporte is better than Stones, or Stones is better than Diaz. These defenders are great. There's other teams are struggling. Other teams are in the mud. Other teams don't have defenders like we do. So, guys, please, let's stop this behavior of saying, so-and-so is better than so-and-so is better than so. Everybody's great in that team. Everybody has had that time. This same Nathan Ake was the same Ake. People are saying he has to go. This is the Ake. We're saying we don't want to see him anyway in the starting 11, but now he's better. Everybody gets better under Pep. So let's be positive. And I don't want people starting to say Gomez is better than Cancelo. If you see Gomez start balling, let's just appreciate our players, appreciate this team, appreciate the effort, support them going forward. Let's be positive. And one more thing before I go, Gundo. City fans, let me give you a bit of advice. Stop making spaces which involve a lot of rival fans talking shit about the team.
Yes.
Stop making spaces and letting rival fans come in to talk shit about the team. Because when we go into their spaces and we start talking shit about that team, they'll take you out of the space.
Exactly.
They'll take you out of the space. Exactly. Guys, don't have this defeatist mentality where just because we are humble, we allow other rival fans to get into our spaces on Twitter and let them talk shit about Man City or our players. Don't, because I have gone to other spaces before and said something about that player and people get very pissed off. We should have that same energy. Make a space. Yes, everybody's welcome, but if somebody starts talking rubbish and trying to throw, take them out. That's all I can say. This in top 10, Newcastle, I think they'll finish 10th. I think Newcastle will finish 7th or 6th. That's what I think. Or even higher. Believe you me. They're a very good team and the bench is very good now. Both Longstaff are on the bench. What about Zinchenko? Zinchenko is very good, but he's no longer our player, Harry Mills, so we can't compare Zinchenko to Gomez and Cancelo. Let's stop comparing players, man. Big up to these guys. So big up to you all. Carl, do you have anything to say before we go? Anything? Looking forward to the Champions League draw?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Champions League draw. I'm looking forward to the game against Barcelona. I want to see who's going to play. Again, I'm just, yes, I was a little frustrated with not having Bernardo in the middle, but at the end of the day, a point away at Newcastle is a good point, and we move.
Yeah, a point against Newcastle is good. We drew happy enough. Thanks, boys. Yeah, we drew happy enough. Guys, like the vid, like the vid. There's been about 40 of you watching. Like the vid. We cannot have 6 likes and there's 40 of you watching. That's a bit ridiculous, guys. Like the vid, like the vid. Liking the vid doesn't cost you anything. It's just you going to like the vid. It's not very difficult. Let me show the people who maybe don't know how to like the vid, maybe. So here is how you like a video. Right over there. You press the like button, you subscribe if you're new, and you put the notification button so that you get all the updates from us. So apart from that, guys, how did you find the game? Put in the comment section. Did you like our match reaction? What do you think we can do better? Please tell us in the reaction or DM me if you want us to talk about anything else. Guys, maybe very soon I'll be doing watch alongs on Twitch, mostly on Twitch, because I hear Twitch is better. Because on Twitch, you can actually listen to the sound and you don't get a copyright, but Facebook will take you down immediately. So I like to enjoy the game with sound. I don't want to be quiet there because I want to do a watch along. So guys, that's enough from us. That's everything from us. As I said, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you very much and have a lovely day and enjoy your weekend. Look forward to Monday and look forward to seeing you guys. We're going to do the UCL draw reaction on pitch points. Thank you.